This afternoon, we got confirmation that as of 4 a.m. there were some equipments that were introduced into the KOJC compound. We tried to request the police for it to be for them to be transparent as to what were these equipments, because they were placed in boxes, but we were denied. I think some of you were able to take footages of the same. And right now, the drilling operations in the JMC basement is ongoing. We tried to penetrate. We tried to request for representatives, but we were denied. And the KOJC Cathedral is being made now as their command center. And no member can go inside the KOJC Cathedral. We feel that this is a continuing violation of the temporary protection order, because these are forms of restrictions and control which were sought to be prevented, to be ceased and desist, to be ceased and desisted as ordered by the RTC 15, because these are acts or omissions that affected the lives, liberties, and properties of KOJC members. Now, note that the dispositive portion of the order consisted of two parts. The cease and desist order, aiming to cease and desist all acts or omissions affecting the lives or threatening the lives, liberties, properties of KOJC members. And the second portion of the dispositive portion specifically ordered the removal of the blockades and barriers that the PNP have installed in the property, inside the property, which hindered the exercise of the members' religious, academic, and proprietary rights. And thereafter, when we filed a supplementary motion, the Regional Trial Court, Branch 15, issued a supplementary order clarifying, among others, that it has insisted on its previous order, and that the service of warrant should be regular, it should be reasonable. And accordingly, according to the presiding judge, a temporary protection order can stand together with the warrant of arrest, but that any and all implementation of the warrant of arrest, which are not in accordance with the rules or which are not actually done usually in the service of a warrant of arrest, should require judicial imprimatur. And that confirms my statement before that the continued random and random search insofar as the entire property of KOJC as well as JMC, entities which are separate and distinct from the accused, are illegal. No? These are all illegal to our mind, and that we continue to harp upon the PNP to follow the temporary protection order, because even the attempt and now the ongoing exercise of drilling the JMC basement is a grievous violation of the proprietary rights of JMC, JMC being a separate entity than the accused. And we feel that this is not in accordance with a warrant of arrest. A warrant of arrest is directed as against a particular person, not the pursuit of heartbeats. Especially here, in this case, that the policemen are now also visiting Glory Mountain as well as Prayer Mountain. There are movements of the police which are ongoing now there, and I don't think they would reason out by going there that they are also looking for heartbeats there. So we feel that this is really an excessive exercise of police power, and something should be done here, and something has been done. A court order has already been issued, yet the PNP has continued to stay here in KOJC compound, and which we feel is really violative of the rights of our client. Now, we would like to answer the news, the Daily Tribune news, no, that the basement of the JMC is a sex lair. I request Daily Tribune, no, again, we politely request our friends in the media. I was a media man also in the past, a lowly media man, no, of Sunstar and DXUM. I would like to request that before you air out your news, you also get our side. the footages that you showed are the present quarters of Kingdom lawyers such as Attorney Kay Lorente and some SMNI personnel and some lady personnel who are Kingdom miracle workers of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ. It is not a sex lair. If you have evidence to prove that it is in fact a sex lair showing people having sex there, please show it to me because I would want also to be corrected on the matter. As we know, it is a living quarter of the staff of KOJC. It is against journalism rules, code of ethics, to report matters in which the party concerned, the opinion of the party concerned, or the version of the party concerned has not been also secured. So I do hope and pray that the media would also cover both sides of the story before you air out a story because this is very damaging to the reputation of KOJC. If you only report the version of the police without likewise getting our side, then that is not a report. That is a propaganda. So you are only catering to the propaganda of the police. You are not acting like a responsible media. So please get our side. Insofar as human trafficking is concerned, we heard the PNP air out their version that they could not do anything about it. They could not prevent the member to go back to KOJC. Again, had the media personnel who reported this human trafficking angle, no, had they secured our side, you could have reported it fairly that it was not and never was a human trafficking case because the alleged victim in the case in the person of a 52-year-old Jenaline R. Bingil is a long-time member of KOJC for more than 10 years. And she has been here for more than 10 years, and she is a 52-year-old woman who has devoted her life in the service of KOJC. So I request the media to secure our side before you air out the side of the PNP. Ordinary ethics, Article 19 of the Civil Code provides that. The journalism ethics likewise requires that. It's your duty also to get our side. Again, in behalf of KOJC, please get our side before you air out certain news items, which especially if you get it from the police. Because you heard yesterday that the supposed victim is not a victim of human trafficking. Yet, you have reported it already. You have already done the damage as against the KOJC. I hope this will not happen to you, that you will be accused of rape and only the rape angle is reported without also securing the side of the other party. Let us be fair. Our country is very divided already. Let us not further divide it by reporting only one side of the story. Please secure our side in the spirit of fairness and justice. Insofar as the bomb in the cathedral, I will let Attorney Dinah Tolentino share also our side on the matter.
One of our lawyers received a telephone call saying that there was a bomb in the cathedral and that we should negotiate with the police regarding the same. And so our stand here is, if there is a bomb, that bomb was not made by us or put there, that could have been planted, because from the very first day of the implementation of the warrant of arrest, that is where we placed all the wounded people. That is also where we placed all the members of the kingdom who came into the compound to help, to support the people here inside the compound. Doon sila natutulog, including those who were hurt. Now, how can we place a bomb there if we placed also our injured people there, including those who were victims of tear gas inhalation, as helped out by the Central 911 when they entered and helped out on that very first day. Now, wala hong bomba doon. Kung may bomba man, why would they place it there in the very inner sanctum of their cathedral? Do you know that when they pray every 3 hours? The members of the kingdom, they pray every 3 hours. They pray at 3, they pray at 6, they pray at 9, they pray at 12, and so on, every 3 hours, in addition to their devotional prayers. And when they pray, they all face the cathedral. Why would they place a bomb in their innermost sanctum, their most revered place? So if ever this is alleged that there is a bomb there, that is not the making of the kingdom, that is the making of somebody else. As to who that somebody else is, I think your guess is as good as mine. So we deny that there is any bomb there at all. Okay.
And there was a threat. I think we already explained yesterday that there was a threat given to Attorney Kay Lorente, an alleged police officer, and she called Attorney Kay Lorente that we should negotiate, otherwise the cathedral would be bombed. And I think you already heard the video, and we provided you a copy of the video. No, I hope you will also air out the same, and please get also the opinion or side of the PNP before you report it. The number of the alleged SAF commander is 0916-610-5451. That is the number who called Attorney Kay Lorente, 0916-610-5451. And we really would like to request politely the police that if there are negotiations, no, they should negotiate in good faith and without threats, because SAIWAR, if you have to employ that so that Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy would be forced to surrender, no, should only be used probably reasonably, without threat to lives, liberties, or properties also. No? We understand that maybe you have to do that, but this time, I think this is below the belt, because you are already threatening lives, liberties, and properties.
Not just that, you have to remember that the right to religious freedom is a constitutionally guaranteed right. Now, if you intend to bomb the very place where the religious freedom is exercised, that is already extremely violative of the Constitution. So we sincerely hope that this was just a prank call. But again, you already have the number. Maybe you can verify whether or not that is true. And we also ask the police to air their side.
And then we would like to respond also to the oft-repeated demand of some members, no, in our society. Bakit hindi na lang mag-surrender si Pastor? Ginawa niyang mga pawns yung kanyang mga miyembro po. Yung demand to surrender is not also, as we have already explained, no? And we have even posted it on Facebook, we have already explained that to you, that the accused also has the right to insist on his innocence, no? By filing through pleadings. Tulyao versus Miranda affirms that that's a Supreme Court decision. No? There are other host of other decisions which allows the accused to file a petition for certiorari before the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court to prove his innocence. Karapatan po yan ng akusado po. So, tsaka yung pag-demand to surrender is not a license to trample also upon the rights of other individuals. Nag-demand ka ng surrender, tapos pasukin mo yung bahay ng ibang tao, sirain mo yung kanilang gate, iharas mo yung kanilang mga miyembro, dakpin mo kung ayaw sumunod sa iyo, or sirain mo ang kanilang cathedral, i-drill mo yung, what you call this, yung kanilang establishmento, mananatili ka, gawain mo ng bahay, yung establishmento po ng ibang tao. 6 na araw ka na dito, ginawa mo ng CR, ang kanilang CR, yung kwarto nila, ginawa mo ng kwarto, mali naman yun. No? Hindi po ang demand to surrender, lisensya, para sirain mo ang life, liberty, and property po ng ibang tao. Yun po ang aming kahilingan dito. Huwag po natin ilihis ang isyo. Yung warrant of arrest, sabi na nga ng korte, no? Hindi namin, kini-question niya namin, nandyan na ngayon yan sa Court of Appeals. And while pending, we admit that there is a warrant of arrest. But that warrant of arrest is not a license to trample upon as against the rights of other people. Their lives, liberties, and properties. Mga estudyante ko po, hindi na nakapag-aral. Yung mga members po, hindi na nakakapasok ng kanilang katedral. No? Yung mga miyembro nila hindi na move freely inside the cathedral. Eh, hindi lang isang araw, pang-6 na araw na po. Sobra na po ito. Ito po ang aming punto. No? So, sana naman maintindihan po ninyo that may threat pa sa buhay ni Pastor. May extraordinary rendition na dadalahin siya sa Amerika without him proving his innocence here in the country. Kaya nga, nag-request si Pastor before na magpirma lang sana ng written declaration si Presidente Marcos na hindi siya ipadala sa Amerika at pati ang DOJ Secretary, PNP head na hindi siya ipadala sa Amerika at saka hindi makikialam po ang Amerika dito at susurrender siya. Hindi po ginawa yun. Unreasonable ba na request yun? Hindi po kasi citizen po siya ng Republika ng Pilipinas. At may karapatan siya pursuant to the social contract theory. I-surrender namin ang mga karapatan doon sa gobyerno. Ang gobyerno magproprotekta sa amin. Karapatan ba ng isang citizen ng isang bansa na mag-request sa kanyang presidente, Sir, harapin ko yung kaso, sir, pero wag mo ako ipadala sa Amerika, sir. Pwede ba maglagay ka ng ano? Kasi grabe ng politika sa atin. Isulat mo lang na hindi mo ako ipadala sa Amerika. I-prove ko yung innocence dito. Kasi doon, wala talaga akong kaya doon. Oh. So, i-prove ko ang innocence dito. Kung mag-extradition ka, sige, harapin namin. Okay sa amin. Pero isulat mo lang na hindi mo ako ipadala sa Amerika kasi grabe na ang politika ng ating bansa. Grabe na ang division po. Baka ipuslit lang ako dun sa Amerika, aba, Pilipino din ako, kailangan din ako ng protection mo. Hindi ba yan, mahirap ba yan intindihin? So sana naiintindihan nyo, yun po, he is now in the center of, what we say, probably a political play. So he wants confirmation from no less than the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Please, protect my rights as a citizen of the Republic of the Philippines. Assert our territorial sovereignty. Do not extraordinarily render me to the United States of America. Yan po ang request niya pero hindi binigay. Eh ngayon, anong ginawa? Sinis ang SMNI, lahat ng properties, may freeze order, lahat ng properties ng KOJC, pati mga corporations, Children's Joy Foundation para sa mga bata, naka-freeze lahat ng mga assets. Na-extend pa. Kailan nga ba yun na-extend?
Up to February 2025. I think February 3, 2025.
Imagine
but
that.
But we do not have a copy of the freeze order. I would also like to point
When
out.
did you learn the extension?
Just today.
Just today?
Yes.
So that's supposedly 20 days? A
No.
freeze order?
There was already a freeze order of 20 days last
Yeah.
August 5.
Yeah.
And before the lapse, I think the Court of Appeals ordered the extension of the freeze order up to February 2025. However, we do not have a copy of that, no official copy of that. So we are waiting for the lawyers of the kingdom to inform us
Before you
legally
can
of that.
officially file the necessary
We are not the lawyers for the freeze order. We have our lawyers in Manila ho.
separate lawyers.
Yes po. Now, I would just like to point out, in addition to what Attorney Torion is saying, the rights of the citizens here, the kingdom citizens, have been trampled upon even more by the fact that the police have already desecrated their church. Doon na ho sila natutulog. 2 araw na ho sila natutulog doon sa loob ng simbahan. Kung simbahan ho ninyo yan at matutulog ang dayuhan dyan, somebody who is not of your faith, desecrate it. and even try to look for something there, saying, looking for pastor when he is not there, then that is again not just a violation of the human rights of the people here, the constitutional rights of the people here. It is a desecration of the most sacred place. Alam mo ba ninyo, after the last assault on June 10, they had to reconsecrate everything. Every piece of ground had to be reconsecrated with their own blessed oil. Every piece po, all the walls, the grounds, yung dingding, yung gates nila, lahat of all the 4 places. So after this, ganyan na naman ho ang gagawin nila because this is their holy ground. Can you imagine if somebody would try to assault the Ateneo de Davao University, which houses the Jesuits and which has a chapel, and which also has a university? That is the same thing that is happening here but on a larger scale. Looking for someone who is no longer here. So please, I really hope that the police will use sobriety in the exercise of the implementation of the warrant of arrest, which is, again, already an overkill because it is already 6 days.
Okay. Ano ba talaga ang batayan sa batas natin kung meron kang hanapin na isang akusado at nandun siya sa building ng ibang tao? No? Rule 113 Section 11 again teaches us that. No? Ang una pong requirement na yung pulis na dadakip sa akusado, nakakita sa akusado na pumasok sa building na iyon. Or meron siyang reasonable belief na nandun siya, nakita siya at pumasok, nakalipas na mga siguro 30 minutes, nandun pa rin, maski nakakordon pa, ayaw lumabas. So kailangan mo pasukin after compliance of 2 other requirements. Ano yung 2 other requirements niya? Dapat i-announce niya yung authority niya. Pulis po ako, ito pong ID ko, okay? Nakita ko yung akusado pumasok dyan. Tapos, isabi niya, ikaw bang may-ari? Magpaalam ka sa may-ari. Okay? Ginawa ba yun ni General Torre? Hindi po. Hindi nga siya tumawag dun kay Presidente Duterte kasi siya yung administrator dito. Sinabihan ko naman siya na willing kami mag-cooperate. Sinira na yun kaagad yung nasa likod at tinirgas pa. Violation ito sa Rule 113 Section 11 po. Tapos, pangalawa, hindi pa po nasulat sa ating batas na yung warrant of arrest ay magiging lisensya mo para mag-stay ka sa property ng ibang tao pang-6 na araw na ngayon. Hindi po. Hindi rin po yun lisensya para mag-conduct ka ng omnibus search. Kasi ano yung omnibus search? Parang random search. Maski saan na lang. Hindi po pwede. Kasi maski sa search warrant, kailangan mo i-identify yung particular place lang. Okay? Bakit kailangan ganito? Kasi sa batas po kailangan reasonable yung search. Yung pag-search pa lang invades the privacy of other persons. You are already invading the property rights of other persons. So the police, in obeisance to its duty to enforce the law, is allowed latitude by the law to enter the property, but it must be reasonable entry. Dito, reasonably ba? Sabi ng presidente natin, wala daw armas, maski isa. Ngayon lang, after nung nag-declare niya, pero yung iba nga, may armas pa. Pero yung nakita ninyo, day 1 up to day 5, no? Armado, pati nga si General Torre, kitang-kita ninyo, na may bit-bit yan sa kanyang likod, tsaka meron yang dito. Oo. So, siguro po, Mr. President, hindi kayo nabigyan ng tamang report po. At saka ngayon lang po ako nakakita na yung justification nila na mananatili dahil sa heartbeat. Oo. Yung heartbeat nung una doon sa JMC compound. Oo, sa likod. Kaya nila. Tapos sunod sa cathedral na naman yung heartbeat. Tapos doon na naman sa kabilang office namin. Heartbeat. Oo. So, wala pa po yan sa ating saligang batas. Na yung heartbeat ang justification mo para magiging probable cause mo. Kaya nga, sabi ng korte doon sa TPO, kailangan ng judicial imprimatur yan. Pag-usapan natin yan sa korte. Halika, pausapan nga natin. Bakit, ganito siguro ang gagawin ng korte? PNP, bakit ba ayaw mo umalis dyan? You give me the reason. Tapos, tatanungin ko, Attorney Torion, anong objection mo dito? Di sisabi ko yung objection ko. Yan. Tapos, magsiset yan ng parameters yung korte kasi wala ito sa batas natin . No? Violation ito sa ang mga ginagawa nila dito kasi invasion ng property rights. Ngayon, may mga ekwipo silang dinadala dito, metal detector na. Akala ko ba tao ang hinahanap? Bakit ba yung mga metal detectors na? Di ba sinabi ko sa inyo kahapon, may dream ako? Yung dream ko na may gold sila na makikita dito. Oo, may gold sila, nagkakatuor nga. Kasi kanina mga 4 a.m. may mga equipments na dala dito ng mga metal detectors at ini-install nila doon sa cathedral. Anong hinahanap? Gold. Ako, nagtuturo akong natural resources. Siguro sa tingin ko lang, no? Tingin ko lang, kasi kung may makitang gold dyan, aba, may stake na yung state. Kasi all natural resources are owned by the state. O baka hidden treasure na, ipalabas. So meron na dapat share yung gobyerno. So, justification na naman nila na mananatili sila dito. Baka huwag naman ganun, no?
Or to seize. Or to seize the properties of the kingdom of Jesus Christ. If they can find gold, or nickel, or iron, or whatever they can find here, or hidden treasure. So, yun po, I don't know why they are looking for a metal detector. I have not heard that the pastor is a tin man. So, yun po ang pinagtataka po namin ngayon. In addition to that, kanina lang po, gusto nila kunin yung fire truck ng Kingdom. Yung dito nakatabi, dito, nakaparking dito sa Waxis. Kasi meron daw silang master key galing sa R7. R7. So, kukunin sana nila. Kaya lang po, nagtataka kami, ano ang justification nila kung gusto nila yung kunin. Nung kinumpronta namin kanina, ayan tumalikod na silang lahat. Ayaw na makipag-usap sa akin. Pero panigurado lang po, sinecure na lang namin yung aming fire truck dito. Kasi wala silang basis They did not inform us if they have a order of the court seizing the fire truck, or if they have a search warrant to search even the fire truck. Wala naman po. Tumahimik lang sila at tumalikod. And they would not even give me the name of the person na gusto daw ipaseize yung fire truck. So again, this is already becoming ridiculous.
And di ba dinideny nila yung usage ng drones? Nagmirakulo si Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kahapon, bigla na lang may nahulog na drone. Tapos, nahulog yung drone. Nakuha nung isang media personnel, no? Nakuha, siya yung nakakuha, nahulog lang bigla. Tapos, kukunin ng pulis. Sabi niya, hindi. I-inform natin si Attorney Torion. Pinuntahan ko yung drone. Kinuha ko. Tapos sabi niya, sir, pwede ba yan masauli sa amin? Bakit ikaw bang mayari? Sir, sa PNP po yan. Sigurado ka ha, ikaw nagsabi na sa PNP yan ha? So, ay, hindi sir, napag-utusan na po ako. So, kunin mo sa akin, sigurado ka, sasama ka? Hindi po sir. So, ako magdadala dito ha? Dinala ko. So, pinicturan ko, nandun na sa aking Facebook, tapos, anong gagawin ko doon? Article 719 of the Civil Code, no? Kung merong mga movable property, na lost property, kung anon yung owner, i-remit mo doon sa City Hall. So, pina-receive ko doon sa City Hall. So, yung PNP or sino mang may-ari nun, i-claim mo yon sa City Hall. Okay? Sigurado ako wala nang mag-claim. Kasi kung sino mag-claim nun, sigurado ko kakasuhan din namin. No? Oo. Kasi, gift na siguro yon sa City Hall. The City Hall would know what to do. Ipa-auction siguro yan. And sila na pong bahala doon. Sigurado ako, wala nang mag-claim noon. Pero that is proof enough na may mga drones po dito. No? Binigyan kami ng klarong ebidensya. No? And then, I have to correct pala, no? Yung sabi ko kanina, Sun News Agency pala, yung nag-report na may sex lair doon sa loob. Saka Daily Tribune, underground secret rooms. No? Itong sex lair, yung Sun News Agency, perhaps this is American, so I have to UK-based, the people in the United Kingdom, if you are listening right now, I am Attorney Israelito Torion, and I am telling you the report made by Sun News Agency that there is a sex lair here is untrue. It is not true whatsoever, and that report was aired without getting our side. The rooms which were shown on TV are actually the rooms of the workers of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ. And I hope that you would understand that even if the Philippines is a third world country, KOJC can actually afford nice rooms for its members because one of the occupants there happens to be a lawyer, a lady lawyer, and some lady workers of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ. I would request Sun News Agency of the United Kingdom that before you air out news, sir, madam, you please get the side of the KOJC, because this can mislead the people, and airing out news without getting the side of the other party is not journalism. That is propaganda. So I hope that you will not engage in propaganda. You would engage in real journalism. As to Daily Tribune also, I hope again that your report, underground secret rooms, the rooms there, I don't know what underground you are referring to. We have difficulty now in penetrating the JMC basement where alleged drilling are being conducted. I would request the media, if you would like to accompany me, we will request later on the PNP to give us access, because we have not been given access to go into the JMC basement. And we will go together and we will try to request access with the PNP and search together with you, no? So that if there is no drilling, then we will be happy. And if there is, okay, then at least we can confirm it in the spirit of truth. Okay? So after this, press conference, we will try to contact the head of the PNP, whoever is in charge here now. In the last press conference, I noticed that General Nicolas Torres is no longer the one conducting the press conference. Another general is already conducting the same. Then I call out to him to please give us access, sir, no? So that the media can likewise see and confirm whether or not there is drilling, because we could not really confirm. We can only hear drilling machines being operated, and we could not see for ourselves whether or not it is true. I hope and pray that this is not true. I will really be happy after the inspection that we will make.
Okay.
No?
In addition to that, you have to remember that the JMC is a school. And it is a school year. And the students of JMC have not been able to enter their classrooms for a week already. Malapit na po mag 1 week. And the classes have been suspended. We cannot, in good conscience, allow that students to come in when there is these things going on. Baka matraumatize po yung mga bata. So, unless and until the PNP stops their operation underground drilling nila, I do not know if they're drilling for gold again there, no? Again, we really do not know. I really hope that the PNP will already exercise its restraint and stop whatever they're doing in the basement so that the children can already go to class. Nakita naman ho siguro ninyo kahapon, kinordon na namin yung eskwelahan para if ever there are any activities, the children can no longer go out into the entire grounds but just within the gated area so that they are also safe in case there is anything going on. But as it is, because they have occupied everything, including JMC, hindi na ho makaskwela mga bata. Nakakaawa naman ho sila. So we are pleading with the police for sobriety and reasonableness and restraint so that you can already finish and get out of JMC.
And then I would like to call out also One News. No, I think there is a representative of One News here who reported or which reported that there is an underground tunnel. Allegedly, no. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you did not, I'm very sorry. No, but it was reported to me that there is that One News, without getting our side again, reported that there is an alleged tunnel from Cathedral to the hangar. And this was aired on TV without getting our side again. So, this afternoon, we will try to request the PNP General. I will not request. Please, I will let One News request the PNP General to give us access to the basement of JMC. And I would like to request politely One News to lead the, the team of media personnel and guide us to this tunnel from Cathedral to hangar so that it can be shown to the people whether or not there is indeed a tunnel from the Cathedral to hangar. No? So in the spirit of fairness and truthfulness, so that we will again be reminded that before reporting out the news, please, again, get the other side of the story so that you can give the people real news, not propaganda. So I would request the representative from One News, no, to request the general to give us access to the underground basement, and if you can lead us, no, or perhaps one personnel also from KOJC, no. But since you reported it, please guide us to this alleged tunnel from Cathedral to Hangar, because I, as a lawyer, I have been a lawyer here for a long time, would like also to know whether or not there is that tunnel, no, as reported by One News.
So would I.
Attorney,
Yes,
it
yes.
was written by Philippine Star.
Ah,
So we're
but-
also trying to contact for validity or for verification of that.
But why did you report it, ma'am, without getting our
We're
side?
not the ones who created or wrote the report. It was from Philstar. So we're also hoping for a balance when it comes to such an opinion, and we're also trying to reach out on other sources to verify if it's actually true.
Okay, so what we will do now is, please, if you can contact the new general who is apparently a new head in this operation, to give us access to the JMC basement, and perhaps we can go together and find this tunnel from Cathedral to Hangar in the spirit of fairness and truth.